koutou katoa, nau mai, haere mai ki TŌKU REO. Ko raukura taku ingoa.
Kia ora hua ma, ko Raimona taku ingoa. Welcome to TŌKU REO. This is the place to be if you want a more fun and interactive way of learning Te Reo Māori. Our series is based on the Te Whanake Māori language resources created by Professor John Moorfield and will provide you with the necessary tools to begin conversing in Te Reo Māori.
Yes, and we've got heaps of stuff to keep you guys busy in the next half hour. Raimona will be up with our grammar point very shortly, and I'll be introducing you to our top 10 kupu.
And of course, we've got my favourite part towards the end of the show, exercises.
Well, I think that we should get straight into it then, eh?
Yep, it's grammar time.
Grammar time.
Last week's grammar point saw us use e here to ask someone how many of something they have. Now, this pattern can be used when you ask about anything, except when it comes to people. Now, for people, e here changes to toko here. Everything else in the sentences stays the same, like this. Toko here o taina. How many younger siblings do you have? Sweet, simple, eh? How about we check out some more examples using different whānau terms you've seen before. Now, remember, e here turns into toko here. Toko here o tuakana. How many older siblings do you have? Toko here o tamariki. How many children do you have? Toko here o tungange. How many brothers do you have? For our answers, we follow our pattern from last week's grammar point. Here becomes the number or answer and or changes to aku. Also, toko becomes a prefix before the number. Here are some examples. Toko here o tuakana. Toko rua aku tuakana. I have 2 older siblings. Toko here o tamariki. Toko whetū aku tamariki. I have 7 children. Toko here o tungange. Toko whā aku tungange. I have 4 brothers. As you can see, the simplest way to think about it is that our friend e gets replaced by the word toko. Let's check out our first piece of footage for today and listen to how our actors use today's grammar point.
Jade, e hea o kāri?
E toru aku kāri.
Oh, Re, you're supposed to have 2. Redeal.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, I had a good hand too.
So, Raimona, I hear you're going on a trip soon.
Aye, with my big brother.
Cool. Toko hea o tuakana?
Toko rua aku tuakana.
All right, whānau, 2 more things for you to know when we use toko. Number 1, sometimes you might want to admit to the world that you're one of those people with a huge family, as Māoris do. So, in this case, you would use toko maha. Toko maha. Maha is Māori for many or heaps. We put toko in front of maha when you are talking about heaps of people. So, I have heaps of brothers would look something like this. Toko maha aku tuakana. Hey, what do you think? Kei te pai? So next time your mate asks you, bro, how many people were at the party last night? You can just answer with, bro, toko maha e hoa, toko maha, heaps. Now the second thing is more of a rule. Remember how we use toko only when we're referring to a number of people? Well, when we put toko in front of a number in our answers, then it's only used for the number 2 all the way to 9. For every other number, you just use its normal word. A bit confusing? I think so. Anyway, whānau, here's some examples. Remember, toko only from 2 through to 9. Ko tahi taku tuakana. I have 1 older sibling. Toko toru aku tuakana. I have 3 older siblings. TŌKU aku hoa. I have 10 mates. Remember, tomorrow's our recap of our grammar, so if you didn't get it this round whānau, come back up, pōpō. But for now, let's head back to our card game to see if our actors are sticking to our rules.
This is a nice whare maru.
Thanks. I was pretty lucky to find it. I only just bought it last year.
Who else lives here?
Oh, nosy fella, all right.
That's okay. These my best friend and one of my sisters.
Oh, tuku hea o taina?
No, he's nosy.
Ko tahi taku taina, ko tahi taku tuakana.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Remember, guys, that the main thing to latch on to is that toko is only used when you are talking about people. Other than that, stay strong and try asking your mates at school and work how many siblings they have. It'll be great practice anyway. Now that that's out of the way, we'll jump right into our dialect segment for the week. Then it's off for a short break until we get into our vocab section.
When we used to go down to the T Mangunui and catch the fish there, and then, a big fish, and they say, haramai tāhua. So, and somebody said, well, I've got I caught a bigger fish. And they said, haramai tāhua. So there is nothing to compare my fish to your fish. So for me, haramai tāhua, it's an expression that's part and parcel, I believe, of Ngāpuhi language. And it always has been. And that's what it means. It's that there's no one can compare what I've got to what you've got.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei! Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
To reinforce what you're learning on TŌKU Reo at home, visit our website at www.tokureo.maori.nz. On the homepage, you'll find a link to episodes. Find the episode you'd like to swat up on and click it. Here you'll find a summary of what's in that episode as well as a list of interactive exercises down the right-hand side. Here's an example. Back at the homepage, you'll also find links to the other Te Whanake resources, more exercises, a forum for TŌKU Reo viewers, and a free online Māori dictionary. Have fun, kia ora!
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Kia ora whānau, no mai hoki mai. Well, Raimona's had his go with you guys, so now we get to have some alone time. Anyway, let's get into today's kupuho. Now keep an eye out for some familiar kupuho. In our first lot of kupu, you'll hear the pronunciation of the word first, followed by its correct spelling. Mua. Front or before. Paihikara. Bicycle. Naihi. Knife. Pauaka whakaata. Television. Tapu tapu. Gear, equipment or goods. Okay, let's pull out our images to give us some help with our kupu. You know how it goes. You'll see an image, then you'll hear the word and its correct spelling. Have a go at guessing the word before it pops up. Mua. Front or before. Paihikara. Bicycle. Naihi. Knife. Pauaka whakaata. Television. Tapu tapu. Gear, equipment or goods.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Sweet. Now it's time for our second lot of kupu. You might recognise some of them. Remember, this first appearance focuses on pronunciation. Pikitia. Picture. Film. Pikitia. Muri. Rear. Behind or after. Muri. Waka. Canoe or vehicle. Waka. Ipu. Bowl. Ipu. Tarakihana. Tractor. Tarakihana. Here they are again with some images. These should be burned into the brain by now, so stay strong and get into it. Pikitia. Picture. Film. Pikitia. Muri. Rear. Behind or after. Muri. Waka. Canoe or vehicle. Waka. Ipu. Bowl. Ipu. Tarakihana. Tractor. Tarakihana.
Katipu, kaora, hei.
Remember to keep practicing your kupu hou at home. It helps to get the whole whānau involved. Play games, get the kids to learn a new word every day. Everything helps. But before we head out, here's a look at all of today's kupu hou. Mua. Front or before. Paihikara. Bicycle. Naihi. Knife. Bawaka whakata. Television. Tapu tapu. Gear, equipment or goods. Pikitia. Picture, film. Pikitia. Muri. Rear, behind or after. Muri. Waka. Canoe or vehicle. Waka. Ipu. Bowl. Ipu. Tarakihana. Tractor. Tarakihana.
Katipu, kaora, hei.
Because this is our kupu hou section, let's check in with Te Taurewhiri Te Reo Māori with this week's Word of the Week.
It has been common practice to transliterate Pākehā words into Māori. That is, to take the Pākehā word and say it in a Māori way. Some examples include the days of the week, Monday for Monday, Tuesday for Tuesday, and so forth. This transliteration practice has been used in the word today. Carrot, which is commonly referred to as karoti. Our new kupu for carrot is uhi karamea. Uhi means root and karamea is red ochre. Hence, uhi karamea, carrot.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei! Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
To access the podcast, go to www.tokureo.māori.nz and click on episodes. Choose your episode and move the mouse to the right-hand side of the screen where you'll find a link called Podcasts. Click this link to download TŌKU REO podcast to your iPod, MP3 player, etc. With video, audio and exercises, you can brush up on your te reo Māori skills anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Kia kaha.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Welcome back. I hope you've all had time to get a coffee or some kai because it's time to get some mahi in with our exercises.
That's right, whānau. We've got some more exciting challenges to get you through today. We've brought back our word scramble this week with a bit of a twist.
Also, we've got our multi-choice exercise to help you at home get some practice with today's grammar point.
Mean, sis. So on that note, let's get into our first exercise, scrambled eggs. Yum, yum, yum. Anyway, in the past, we've shown a word from our kupu hou list all jumbled up, and it's your job to guess what it is.
However, for today's show, we're going to do things a little different. This time, we're going to help you out with a clue. You'll see an image at the same time as the scrambled word. This image is your clue. All good? Here's an example.
Knife. Naihi. Okay, ready, set, go! Television. Pouaka whakata.
Bicycle. Paihikara.
Canoe or vehicle? Waka.
Tractor. Tarakihana.
Boat.
Poti.
Woo! Email.
Imera.
Computer.
Rorohiko.
Internet.
Ipurangi.
How'd you go, sis? Perfect score over here. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Although I almost got stuck on that Tarakihana one, thank goodness there was a picture.
You know it, kapai, kapai. That's what the clues are there for. Well, that's out of the way. Coming up next is our multi-choice exercise. Now, this is where we test you at home on today's grammar point.
We're going to give a sentence in English and you have to pick the correct Māori sentence from 3 options. Doesn't sound too difficult. Here's an example.
How many sisters do you have?
Toko hia o tungane. E hia o tuahine. Toko hia o tuahine.
The correct answer is tokohia o tuahine. Now it's time for you guys to have a go. How many pens do you have?
E rua aku pene, e hia o pene, tokohia o pene.
The answer is e hia o pene. How many books do you have?
Tokohia o puka puka, e hia o puka puka, kei hia o puka puka.
The answer is e hia o puka puka. I have 2 brothers.
E rua aku tungane, toko rua aku tungane, ka rua aku tungane.
The answer is toko rua aku tungange. I have 10 younger siblings.
Te kau aku teina. E te kau aku teina. Toko te kau aku teina.
The answer is te kau aku teina. I have heaps of sisters.
He maha aku tuahine. E maha aku tuahine. Toko maha aku tuahine.
The answer is toko maha aku tuahine.
If you were all able to get those right then, awesome one, guys. If you're having a bit of trouble, hang in there. Practice makes perfect.
You know it, sis. That's the end of our exercises, people. Remember to get online to get some more game time in. It all helps with your reo in the end. Or you can check out the forums, the podcast, the online dictionary. Whānau, the internet is your oyster.
That's right, and it's time now to check in with the man himself, Professor John Moorfield, with this week's learning tip.
Tēnā nō koutou. Good language learners are people who overcome the inhibition to speak. They are not overly concerned with making mistakes, but they do learn from their errors. Good language learners not only practice new language, but also seek out opportunities to use Māori. Good language learners identify problems they might be having learning new language and seek solutions to those problems. Good Māori language learners analyse the language and make inferences about it. They guess by using clues. They are aware of language as a means of conveying and receiving messages, and as a means of behaving in a culturally appropriate manner. Are you a good language learner? Kia kaha.
Katipu, kaora, hei!
Well, we've come to the end of our show, guys. Just in case you want to brush up on your skills or if you want to check out some more exercises, visit our website at www.tokireo.maori.nz. You'll find links to our podcasts and other Te Whanake resources.
Yep, and in case you have any questions or comments from today's show, you can find a discussion forum on there as well. So what's in store for us tomorrow, sis?
Coming up on tomorrow's show, we've got native speakers to help us out with the grammar points and kupuhoi we learnt tonight. They'll be speaking in 100% Te Reo Māori and can really improve your fluency, so make sure you're there for that.
Awesome. Well, practice your reo till we see you next time e Huama. Kia mau.
Kia u.
Ki tōku reo.